What's going on, guys? I'm here with another video, and this is an anticipated video for me because if you guys don't know, I'm a 49ers fan, and we just drafted Trey Lance to our team with the number 3 overall pick, of course. Now, before we get into the video, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and drop down your comments on your thoughts about this Trey Lance pick to number 3 because I am excited. I'm also sad, but I'm excited. But of course, I couldn't get a live reaction. This is not a live reaction as you're seeing. It's right after the pick. But I wanted to tell you guys how excited I was right at the moment because I've been mocking Trey Lance every single mock draft on who I think the team would pick. When I had one mock draft on who I should pick, I picked Justin Fields because I do think he's a number 2 quarterback in this class. But ever since like mid-April, early April, I've been mocking Trey Lance despite all the Mac Jones rumors. And I thought that Trey Lance or Mac Jones, I thought because the 49ers were so secret, we weren't sure because you have all these rumors flying. The thing about these rumors, though, is they have no substance because none of it is actually coming from anyone inside the 49ers top brass. If it's not Adam Peters, if it's not John Lynch or Kyle Shanahan, then the pick, nobody knows. Because as Shanahan said, all he does for with his scouts is ask them to give a deep analysis on all 5 of the prospects. He doesn't tell them who he likes because he wants it to be as kept secret as possible. Just because of, you know what happened in 2017, where we had Mitchell Trubisky and go to number 2, of course, to Chicago. San Francisco was quiet. Chicago felt urgent to trade up, and they go up to number 2. We get an extra third, I think 2 extra thirds in that trade. So that was a great trade there. But going back to the Trey Lance pick, right when it was made, I was screaming. I was up and down. I was so happy just because it wasn't Mac Jones. I thought Mac Jones was number 5 in the quarterback class, and I didn't think he was worth of a top 20 first round pick. I really didn't because he's a semi-accurate quarterback. I think he is pretty accurate, but I think that a lot of his throws were also pretty easy. A lot of them were dump passes, shovel passes, short passes, and intermediate passes. On the deep ball, where he tried to throw, he sometimes shorted it, kind of giving his lack of arm strength away. And I just thought that a quarterback with limitations like that were a problem. I like his pocket presence, but I didn't. Trey Lance, though, I thought was a bit of a surprise just because I thought that Justin Fields I still held out hope that Fields could be the pick. I wanted him all along, and he was my number 2 quarterback, as I said, because Justin Fields possessed the accuracy that Kyle Shanahan wanted. The part about Justin Fields' game that I think requires a bit of improvement is the mechanics with the footwork because his pocket presence isn't as great. He doesn't notice the pocket presence until a second too late, which is somewhat of a problem, but I think definitely it can be coached up. And I'm so glad that Justin Fields did not go to the Patriots. Like, he went to Chicago. I think that's a great place for him because I believe that Matt Nagy is a solid head coach. I still do. I don't think Ryan Pace is a good GM at all, but I think Matt Nagy is a coach that is good. But the Trey Lance pick, I was happy because I knew that now it was Mac Jones. And I have no doubt now that Trey Lance is going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He's got one of the best offensive minds in the NFL in Kyle Shanahan, and he's got a very, very willing, helpful quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo who will help him adapt. I think that Garoppolo is one of the most classiest players in the NFL. Like, he literally went and offered his number to Trey Lance. Trey Lance knows that he's going to learn. And I think that Garoppolo just shows how good, how like his character is. He's just an amazing person, and I think he should be the starter. I thought that Garoppolo would not be traded. I really doubted that because I thought the best way for the 49ers to move forward was have Garoppolo start this whole year, have Trey Lance sit back and learn, and trade Garoppolo for some extra value because Garoppolo's value is extremely low right now with Kyle Shanahan bashing him in the media a bit. And I know he corrected himself, but that was the perception. And with the lack of quarterback opportunities, there's not really going to be many quarterback options this year. So I think that increasing his trade value for next year would be a very, very logical move for the 49ers. And then give Trey Lance the keys after that. But I think that I'm going to overall give this draft grade a B. It's not because the pick is Trey Lance. I think that the pick itself at number 3 is good. But when you take into grade the pick, you have to take in everything. And that includes the draft day trade, which I still believe was an overpay. I think that 3 first-round picks to move up 9 spots from 12 to 3 was a little bit too much. I think that Kyle Shanahan panicked because I know he wanted one of those three quarterbacks. I know, or not Cincinnati, I knew Carolina was interested. I knew New England was interested, and I think he gave in with that third first round pick. If it was 2 firsts and 2 thirds, I would have been super fine with it. If it was even 2 firsts and maybe a second, I would have been fine. But 3 first round picks to mortgage that much of your future into an unknown commodity, I didn't like that part. I know that Kyle Shanahan really liked Trey Lance. So I thought that, I honestly think that they could have just traded up with 6, trade 1 first round pick extra, just trade up straight up with 6. And I think that that would have been a better trade. But it's okay. Now it's over. I think the draft grade would be a B. And I look to see the 49ers take a cornerback or slot receiver in round 2. My preference, I'm really high on, is Tyson Campbell in round 2 if they take a corner. Or if they take one in round 3 and trade up, I think that should be cornerback Paulson Adebo. I think that either fit would be phenomenal with the 49ers. I think that both players would be great. Look for the 49ers to draft a guy like Amari Rodgers or Tylan Wallace in round 2 or 3. Or even if he falls, Diami Brown. I think Diami Brown would be an amazing, amazing, amazing fit with the 49ers in that slot receiver role, who could also transition to the outside given their formation changes a lot. I think that he's got a great versatility. Let's see what happens in round 2 and round 3. I'm super excited. I'm super, super excited with the Trey Lance pick. I think he is going to be phenomenal in the 49er offense. He was my number 4 quarterback, but I don't mind it because of how Kyle Shanahan operates. I would have preferred Justin Fields, which is why I give the grade a B only instead of a B plus. But I think that's still a good pick. Let's go 49ers faithful to the Bay. Peace out.